Hi everyone, thanks for watching. On this video I'll try and predict the outcome of a couple of today's matches. I'm going to be using the Tennis Profits website. So let's crack on with it. First one, may as well do the San Diego Final. Been looking at their matches throughout the week. Well, earlier in the week, certainly didn't expect Kenin to be here. Okay, they've played once before. That was 2021 on clay. Krejcikova in 2 sets. Look at their win percentages, which is these figures at the bottom. Better for Krejcikova. Last season, Kenin lost in 3 sets to Van der Wey. Krejcikova didn't play. Okay, before I look at the individual matches, let's look at the stats. So we're on hard courts, main tour, 12 months. Okay, Krejcikova leads service holds, return points 1, first serve points 1 percentage, slight lead for second serve points 1 percentage to Kenin. And predicted holes better for Krejcikova, so she's got 3 of the 4. If a player leads on service hold, first serve points 1, second serve points 1, and predicted holds, that's a really strong indication that they're going to win the match. So she's close, not quite there. Let's take a look at how they've done this week. Kenin, a bit of a mixed bag. Very strong match in the first round to beat Kudermetova in 2. Then a bit of a clown match against Volinet. Started really badly. Genuinely thought she was going to retire. She was so bad in the first set of that one. Had a little bit of help from Volinets, both of them struggling on serve. She came through in 3. Then in the quarterfinal, I expected Potapova to take advantage of Kenin not quite being 100%. Potapova was sick and really struggled. Kenin took advantage. It's easier to play well when your opponent is struggling. She certainly did play well. In the last round, Navarro's had a good week, really good week, really increased her level. Kenin came through it. The stats, if we look at her serve stats, 7 double faults, decent first serve percentage, okay first serve points 1 percentage, and not terrible on second serve, to be honest, but she's broken 5 times in 3 sets. So certainly not her worst performance of the week. What else has she done this year? Second round at the US Open, third round Miami, second round Indian Wells, second round Doha, semis in Hobart. Recent performances, 3 sets against Kazakhina at the US Open. Lost to Andreescu, beat Kalininia. 2 tie-break sets, she lost to Rybakina. So not terrible results this season. Certainly better than she's had in previous seasons. Okay, Krejcikova has been carrying a bit of an injury since earlier in the season. Seems to be over it. Didn't lose a set in the first 2 rounds. Kalininia had Admire. Reasonably easily dispatched. In the last round, expected Collins to beat her. Collins very impressive in the previous round. And for probably best part of 2 sets, really, I would say that looked like being the case. Collins was going to come through. Collins took the first. She went a break up at the start of set 2 and was immediately broken back. And it was probably round about then she started to have an issue with a thigh strain. Only really gradual. It really wasn't apparent. It was tough to call the winner of that second set. And then when Collins served at 5-6, she was broken. Krejcikova, especially in the first set, was awful on second serve. Absolutely awful. It was pretty much, if it was a second serve, you knew she was going to lose the point. At the start of the third set, Krejcikova got a break. Collins did break back, but then called a medical timeout, came back with strapping on her thigh, and I think she held serve just one more time in the match. So Krejcikova perhaps a little bit fortunate to be in the final. What else has she done this year? See, not too much. 3 losses there in August. No shame to lose to Azarenka, but Towson and Bronzetti on hard court. Not great. 4th round in Miami, 4th round Indian Wells. She won the title in Dubai, so started this season really strongly. 4th round at the Australian Open. Okay, so we had a quick look at the 12-month stats. Let's also look at three-month. Favour Kenin on service holds. Krejcikova on first serve points 1%. If I had to choose which one I give more weight to, the first serve points 1 or the second serve points 1, it's the first serve. Kenin stronger on return. Stats for the tournament. Now you seem to have more bold figures for Kenin there. If you look at service holds, it's just 0.1% that she leads on that one. Krejcikova leads on return points. She's got the first serve points 1%. Pretty even on return games 1. So when it's not obvious from the stats, obviously the 1 year stats were pretty strong in favour of Krejcikova. I'm looking at the overall picture and I'm going to say, because of the issues Kenin has had, Krejcikova's not been amazing this week, but she came through against a strong opponent, although Collins hampered by the thigh problem. I am giving the edge to Krejcikova. I've got doubts about both of them, so I think there's a fair chance it's going to go to 3 sets. I've really got to go with the form over the year, and because she appears to be injury-free, Krejcikova, I think she's got the edge. So from a trading point of view, she starts around about 1.65. I'm going to go to try and hopefully back her around about 2.2 to 2.3. Take some liability out at 1.65. Good luck if you trade that one. Okay, the other one I want to look at is one of the challenges. That could be a challenge actually. Go to Zuchin in Poland. I think I've said that right. Okay, Kopriva, Shevchenko. They've met once before. That was in 2022 on clay. This match is on clay, by the way. Kopriva took that in 3. Clay win percentages, better for Kopriva. Last season, Shevchenko made the semis. Let's look at the stats before I go to the individual matches. So we're looking at hard court. Let's look at challenges. In fact, if we click today's, that gives us just challenges rather than a combination of challenges and ITFs. And we've got 1 year. So if you look at those, challenger stats for the year, pretty strongly in favour of Kopriva. Pretty much everything. Just looking at those stats, Shevchenko wants it to go to tie breaks. If we look at main tour stats, change that to clay. See there, they favour Shevchenko there. Service holds, first serve points won, second serve points won, and predicted holds. So you would that's often, even though you're looking at a challenger match, to look at how they performed against the top players on the main tour can be a good indication. So that seems to favour Shevchenko. Let's look at the matches. Okay, this week Kopriva's needed 3 sets in the last 2 rounds. Favourite in 2 of the 3 matches, or fairly close favourite in 2 of them. He won a challenger title last week, so current form's pretty good. Also a title in July. Not a great deal on the main tour. She's got qualifying rounds, lost in the qualifying rounds in Rome, lost in the qualifying rounds in Munich in April, challenger semi in April, another semi in March. So Shevchenko, as I said, made the semis last year. Needed 3 sets in every round so far. He's been pretty strong favourite. Strong to moderate favourite in each round. 3rd set tie breaks in 2 of the matches. And 7-5 in the last round, in the 3rd set. 2nd round Bastad. 2nd round French Open. Definitely his best results have been on the main tour. 3rd round in Rome, 3rd round in Madrid. Did have a challenger title in April. Most of his best results have been on the main tour. So which way am I going on this one? Let me see where the prices are. Kopriva starts 179 on Betfair. I'm actually going to go with stats for the tournament. Really, Shevchenko shouldn't have struggled quite as much as he has done. He's needed, as I say, 3 sets and actually a 3rd set tiebreak in 2 of the matches. So let me click on tournament stats. Certainly an issue Shevchenko appears to be having this week is on his serve. 62% is not great. Definitely looks stronger for Kopriva, so I'm going with him to win, but I think it's going to go to 3 sets. So he starts around about 1.79, looking to back him around about 2.3 and remove the liability at 1.7, and it's definitely worth laying the set winner, as it looks like going to 3. Hope that's been useful, and I hopefully will see you on the next video.